Hello everybody, welcome back on Monica's channel. This is a channel about fragrances, and today I will tell you about 8 fragrances that will give you amazing women's reactions. How do I know this? Because every time when I'm wearing one of these fragrances, Monica's like, ooh, what are you wearing today? And this is special because we have about 1,000 fragrances there right behind us. I'm wearing different fragrances like often, a lot. But these get her attention like even more than all the others.
See, I don't even know sometimes. It's not conscious, it's just some sense.
Yes.
So it's interesting from your perspective that you just see, oh, it's different with these.
Yes, and some of them are like repeatedly, like every time I'm gonna wear these, you will react. Some of them are newer ones, so if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you will have some new recommendations, but also some OGs and really good ones. So the first fragrance, that's a newer one in our collection, is Ormonde Jayne Verano Eau de Parfum. That is a fragrance that since I started using it, you're like, hey, what is this? Hey, what are you wearing?
I remember this one.
Hey, what is this?
Yeah.
This intrigued you, but it was very attractive smelling for you as well. I actually began to love this as well, and look at this atomizer. It's one of the best ones now. It's really good.
Oh.
And this fragrance is a unique fragrance. I would say if you are new into fragrances, this might not be your first fragrance I would buy. But if you are into fragrances and you have quite a few of them already and you want to try something new, I would definitely recommend this one to you. That's on the fresher side, but this is not a boring freshie that everybody knows, like we know from the designer sector. This is something absolutely unique, but very attractive smelling to me as well. So
It's fresh and it's herbal. It's got like tea elements as well.
Yeah.
But it's like so strong and spicy and fresh. Oh, super clean smelling as well.
Another fragrance that will get you women's reactions is this one. I don't know if you know this, Monica, but whenever I wear Lalique, I don't know how to say this.
Insoumis.
This is like pretty OG fragrance. It's been around for a while, but whenever I wear this,
Really?
like, yes.
I never.
Oh, what is this? And I never know how to say what's the fragrance because I don't know how to pronounce the name. I said something from Lalique. It's so fresh, green, I would say. It is a perfect spring fragrance to me. This smells like spring to me. Just smell it,
Yeah.
But it's so good, isn't it?
It's so good. I mean, Lalique fragrances, most underrated ever.
I would say so.
They're just so quality for the price, especially.
Yes, I want to spray one more in the air. I just love smelling this myself. Mate, you would get reaction from me if I was to see you like somewhere in public. I would smell you. I would stop at, let's say, at Tesco's local grocery shop. I would say, mate, awesome fragrance. I would tell you that if I was to smell this.
Yeah, it's super unique and it's warm without being warm. Like, if that makes sense, it's ambery, but it's not really ambery. It's just like still fresh and cold, but there's something about it. It's so unique.
I absolutely love this one. I have to come up with a new phrase because I say I absolutely love this so many times on this channel because I edit those videos and I always say like I absolutely love it. It's utterly amazing.
To me, that fragrance, it smells like suede. Like
suede.
When you touch suede and it's like so supple and I don't know, there's something about it. But I never realized I get...
You always, whenever I wear this, you will notice that I have something.
Probably because you never know the name. So,
yeah.
So I'm like, what are you wearing?
Yeah. The next fragrance is a niche one. It is a Musc Ravageur from Frederic Malle. Good pronunciation, I hope so. That is a beast mode fragrance. Once you spray yourself with this one in the morning, you are going to be smelling like this all day long. Not that it stays always the same, but what I mean is just a long-lasting fragrance. That is a long-lasting fragrance.
Super long-lasting.
Oh, but it's so animalic. Like, this is a guy who's like working in the woods. He's chopping that wood all day long. He's dirty, but he's so masculine. He has beard. He's talking like a Viking.
It's time for war. Sharpen your axes, man of steel.
It's it's like this guy in the Bible, like John the Baptist. Like he lived in the woods.
But I'll tell you what, he was actually living in the desert. I would rather say Esau, like Jacob's brother. He was covered in hair, it's written, and he was doing hunting. Anyways, not everybody can relate to Bible content, but this is very raw, very masculine fragrance to me. So you always react to this one.
I do, and I love it. It's super sexy, like dirty sexy.
Next fragrance is the OG designer fragrance. It is Bleu de Chanel from Chanel. Whatever you think now, you're like,
mate, I've heard about this recommendation for so many times.
Yes, I did mention a couple of new ones. I have something new that is the next fragrance. But this is a fragrance that will get you women's reactions. I guarantee that. Even if you're not going to get reaction, trust me, she'll be like, this guy smells so nice. Because it's so crowd pleasing. It's so attractive smelling. It's just incredible. We have about 1,000 fragrances, but still, whenever I wear Bleu de Chanel, Monica will react and will say, oh, Bleu de Chanel. Like even a comment like this. Every single time.
So this is a scent that is just such a good smell.
So how would you briefly describe it? Is it on the fresher side? I would recommend, by the way, Eau de Parfum, which is the most like balanced, I would say.
It is fresh, but on you, I would say it smells more woody. Like it's fresh, but intensely woody and quite smoky. So very good.
It's long-lasting, well-projecting, one of the best fragrances that has ever been released in the world, my opinion. Next fragrance is a newbie, because you are this guy who is telling, don't tell me about Bleu de Chanel all the time, give me something new. It's Issey Miyake Le Sel d'Issey.
Is that good? Yeah.
Yes, there you go. This is like that. This gives me Acqua di Gio, Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio vibe. I'm not saying this smells like it. That's kind of vibe I'm getting from it. I've started using it. I'm using it for about a week. Every time I wear this maybe twice. Okay, so it's not like a lot of times, but still you reacted to it. You're like, oh, what is this? What is this? I said that's a new Issey Miyake that we got, and I'm wearing this.
It's amazing in the air.
Yes,
it does really just. It's super fresh, but in this like cooling, clean way. It's just, it smells like a bit like Acqua di Gio vibes, but it's a more modern take on it. 100%. But still smells quite classic because it's similar to like Acqua di Gio.
Yes. And I have a little test for fragrances for you. If I am able to smell a fragrance when I'm playing tennis, I'm super focused on tennis. I just play, I play nearly every day, every morning. And if I play tennis and I can still smell and focus on the whiffs of smell that, the fragrance that I'm wearing, I'm like, this is a nice, strong and pleasant fragrance. And I could smell it twice already when I was playing in the morning.
It's very projecting for a huge amount of time, even in the evening. Like even after you had a shower, I could still smell it on your hair a little bit. Yeah,
that's brilliant. That's a very good fragrance I can recommend to you. It's a perfect summer fragrance, but you can still pull it off obviously all year round, because who doesn't like to smell like fresh all year round? So, and the next fragrance is a Creed Absolu Aventus. Monica loves it and she reacts to it whenever I wear it.
Yeah, more than Creed Aventus actually.
More than Creed Aventus, yes. And this is this gives vibes of this established man who's got money, who's just stable.
It's so good.
Yeah,
there's just something about this fragrance. I prefer it to Creed Aventus. And they are doing another run of this. So it was limited edition, but they've done another run. So if you want it, get yourself one, but totally worth it. It's so much more intense and bitter green, which just I love in a men's fragrance. It's so badass and masculine.
Yeah, and I would say you would not wear this fragrance, right? Oh. So that's a proof for you. This is pure masculinity kind of fragrance.
Long lasting and projecting as well. So it's got everything.
And why am I not using this more often? I want to get more reactions from you. I know. I tell you why. Because we have 1,000 fragrances. That's why. It's just silly. And the next fragrance. It is Iris Malikhan from Maison Crivelli. You cannot not react to this fragrance. That's how strong and potent and just it has effect on people.
I love how smoky it is. And it really comes off your skin.
And now for this season, when we approach cold weather time, it's the best for this kind of weather. This would be quite...
It lasts forever.
It would be quite a challenge to wear this one when it's really warm. I mean, you can try it, but in my opinion, it just works the best in this kind of weather that we're getting the cold weather now. This is so luxurious to me as well. Can I just smell it?
Yeah. It's just this nutty, smoky, vetiver-y.
But also a little bit like cigarettes.
Yeah, that's why I say.
But not this.
Smoky. Yeah. It's so good though. It's just proper class.
These are fragrances that will get you women's reactions. Tell us what is your number one fragrance that gets you the most of women's reactions. Do you have any stories? Let us know in the comments so we can all learn from each other. Also subscribe to Monica's channel for more
Cologne content.
Cologne content from Monica if you're tired of me after this video. And I'll see you in the next one then. Bye.
Yeah.